Retro Stars is here. I am breaking it down tonight. Stupid events. First, though, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever here at YouTube. Don't forget to turn on notifications. Check out Twitch as well. We live stream there every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday about an hour before daily reset. Last and most importantly, point your browser over to FinallyHeSleeps.com for all things FIFA Mobile. A few shout outs to the newest additions to the family at the site. Sharadindu, Thomas, John, VKFC, Zachary, Presiteo, Glenn, Darren, and Christoph. If I screwed your names up, I apologize, but I do appreciate all of your support. All right, let's take a look at Retro Stars. As soon as you see it, deja vu. Yeah, we've seen this shit before. All right, here it goes. Retro Stars. It's another rehash of all the events we've seen this year, which sucks because you guessed it, there's no grinding. It's based on energy, event energy. There are 3 daily ads. They give out 9 per day. You're going to want to watch them. There's also 7 weekly coin packs that give 12 energy each for 150,000 coins. It's a lot of coins over a 3-week time frame, but you're going to need to do it. Energy refreshes hourly, but you can only hold a max of 15 at a time. Make sure you never let your energy fill up. Now, I'll go over the math later in the video so we can see what's possible and what's not. It is a 21-day event, which ends on August 27th at the reset. So it's 3 weeks long. Let's just go to the basic breakdown. You're going to have to either choose skill games or player versus player in the form of versus or head-to-head. Everything costs 3 energy. Skill games give out 10 for a win, 5 for a loss. Now, if you get into the player versus player options, it's 10 for a draw, 5 for a loss, and 15 for a win. Once you complete any of the nodes 15 times, you unlock a bonus match. So every 16th time you play unlocks the bonus, and there's a different bonus match for each of the things. They do repeat, and hint, you're gonna want to play these matches. They give out arcade points and possible players, including that prime icon that everybody wants as a left mid. Now, there is something new in this event. Daily point bonuses. And these work a bit differently than we've seen in other events. If you spend 20 energy on any given day, you earn additional retro points based off of the total energy you've used to date. EA has a little bit of a chart to explain it. Like if you're under 149 energy spent, you're going to get 25 bonus, but all the way up to tier 4, where once you've spent 500 energy, you're now getting 200 retro points as a daily bonus. Now, normally I wouldn't break in here with a tip, but these daily bonuses are important, and to get them, you have to stay on your energy, and you have to open all of the coin packs right away. Don't wait on anything. Just stay on top of it because it does compound pretty quickly. I'll come back to this with a best case scenario later in the video. Moving on to Retro Room. In this tab, you can see the same path crap that we've seen with little sub-pass for the players. It's been this way all season. It's just, they put a new dress on it and sent it out onto stage. Now, there are gem packs in here. 200 retro points for 2,500 gems. That's how I jumped ahead in here to get so far down the path. It's a great way when a new event releases. If there's an opportunity to grab some players right away, you still can get huge coins by dumping them into the market right away. That's what I did. It's too late now. I mean, you have to do that right at the beginning. So there's nothing too exciting here. There's some decent players, some stuff people want. There's actually some better ones over in the arcade tab, which we'll get to in a minute. But there is a lot of resources, coins, boost, and players that are down there, as well as shards. So if we move on to the milestones back here at the beginning, Once you claim 1 player, you get an 87. Claim up to 4, you're going to get an end of an era card. Now this 6,000 retro points, 100 striker, that should be everyone. 6,000 points is a doable thing for this event. You just need to pay attention and stay on top of it. 6,000 is 100% do it. It's almost guaranteed as long as you're playing every day. Personally, I'm not worried about any of the players in this game. Anybody I want, I would just buy in the market. You can fish coins right now, 5 to 10 million a day, as long as you've been properly investing. My strategy for this entire event, like every event we've seen this season, is to maximize my resources, i.e. boost in shards, even XP and coins, because they're all available down the path, but mostly shards and boost. So here's the arcade claw, which this is another random player wheel thing. It just gives out players. Once the player pops away, then you get skill boosts and coins and stuff. This is the only aspect of these rehashed events that I actually kind of enjoy, mostly because it's free boost and XP and coins. You grab players early for an event like this, like today as soon as it released, which is why I've done the claw 5 times already. When you grab players really quickly with this and dump them into the market at the very beginning of the event, you can usually get some decent coins out of them. Don't miss out on the 40 rare shards if you do the claw 30 times. Now, you're going to have to use some gems to get it. I don't think 30 times is possible without using gems, but there it is. I think you get about 19 by playing the bonus matches, and then there's some arcade points in the sub or down the main path. But for the most part, you're going to have to use some gems to do it. Retro Memory Lane is the last tab. Now in this, there's 20 little nodes that's paths in the path that are matches. There's only 19 of them though, because wait for it, there is an SBC that requires 11. Oh, where's it at? We left. It requires 11 masters in position. So now, if you've been listening to me and investing in masters the last couple of weeks, you'll be fine. If you've been just buying masters all through Treasure Hunt, like I kept telling you to, you're going to be fine. Now, if not, you may be utterly screwed or about to spend some serious ass bank just to complete this. Now, the path is going to reset each week, so you can complete it 3 times. That's 33 on-position masters you need for those SBCs. There are players, boost, XP, other rewards that are in here, including the rare and epic shards after the SBC. You don't have to complete it. I mean, it's entirely up to you. But if you want the shards, you're going to want to do it. And it's just going to be expensive. If you do all 3 times, there is a 99 end of an era striker that you claim. Actually, if you read it, it says claim retro memory hazard keys. So if we go back to there, I think that's back at node 6. Yeah, the keys are at node 6. So you only have to go to node 6 3 times to get the end of era player. You don't have to go all the way, but if you want them shards, which are going to make a difference moving forward, you need to go all the way down. So SBCs are important, really important. Which brings me back to the beginning, where there are 2 new SBCs here. More squad building challenges that are resetting weekly. Both of these do require a couple of Retro Stars players. The easy one is 86 plus. The epic, however, requires masters. They don't have to be on position though, so it's a lot easier than the other ones. But because of these master requirements for the SBCs in this game, expect masters to hold their value for the 3 weeks. Especially the on position ones, left mid, right mid, center mid, they're going to be worth a decent amount. And the goalkeeper, holy hell, goalkeepers have been valuable to begin with. All their values are going to go up in those positions. Goalkeeper, left mid, right mid, and center mid. Left mid, right mid, goalkeeper are the really yeah, values are going to be there. My best advice is to wait on these SBCs until midweek or so, a couple of days before the reset. Let people spend all their money right now, rushing to grab those to get the squad building challenges finished. You can save yourself some coins just by waiting a very small bit. It's not going to be a lot of coins because it's going to be expensive. Just be prepared. You're going to have to spend the money. So now that we know what we're dealing with, let's run the numbers and see what's possible free to play. So you're going to start with 15 energy. You're going to get, 24 per day times 21 days. That's 504. You've got the ads every day. That's another 189. The coin packs, that's 84 per week. That's another 252. It's a grand total of 960 energy, which really isn't that much. Actually, no. You minus 1 because you can't regenerate a full 60 minutes in the last hour of the event. It's just mathematically impossible. So the grand total is 959 energy max. So with the 959 max energy, you can play 319 skill games, versus matches, or head-to-head matches. It's, what I say, 319? Seems like a lot, but it's over a 3-week period. There are the bonus matches too, though. I didn't add them in. That's 319 if you don't do the bonus matches. The bonus matches don't give out retro points. They give out arcade points and possibly players, but they take 5 energy, not 3. Now, as long as you do complete them, those arcade points are going to be important. It's up to you. But for me, I'm definitely playing them. It's a no-brainer. It's easy access to players and then more resources through the arcade thing. Now, if you're not going for the bonus matches, then it's 319 times 10, 3,190 retro points. That's if you're only playing skill games. If you're not going for bonus matches, again, this is only skill games, no bonus matches. If you're playing just player versus player, no bonus matches, and you win every single one. You have to win every single one. It's not going to happen. You're at 4,785. That's a swing of 3,190 to 4,785. Again, this is without bonus matches. If you only play the player versus player stuff, and let's say you draw a third of them, you win a third and you lose a third, guess what? It's a waste of time. It all cancels out. It's the same as skill games 3,190 because every win cancels out every loss. You never get farther ahead. If, however, you draw a fourth, lose a fourth, and then win half your matches, which is 100% plausible if you're a skilled head-to-head player, very high OVR and chemistry, then you're looking at 3,590 retro points without bonus matches. That's a doable number. About 3,600 if you play versus or head-to-head. Now, if you do go for bonus matches, and yes, I am going for bonus matches, skill games plus the bonus matches, you play 15 nodes at 3 energy, then a bonus at 5. So for every 50 energy you use, you get 150 retro points, plus the arcade points, and maybe a player. That works out to a grand total of 2,880 retro points and 19 spins on the arcade machine. That is if you win all the bonus matches. So, if you go with versus or head-to-head instead of skill games, and you draw a fourth of your matches, lose a fourth, and win half, like we just said. So that's basically you win, you lose, you win, you draw. You win, you lose, you win, you draw. It's a doable thing. It's a scenario that most people can get behind. That brings it to 3,240 retro points and 19 spins in the arcade. That is if you win all your bonus matches. Now, for argument's sake, we'll base my numbers off the lowest case scenario, skill games and the bonus matches at 2,880. But just know You could be as high as 3,590 realistically if you're a fantastic player and you skip all your bonus matches. Now, there are retro star points here in retro memory lane. See, there's 100, and I think there's 50 back at the beginning. Yeah, there's 50 there as well. So that looks like 150 per week. Now, it is possible that EA could do the same thing that they did during Team of the Season so far and double the rewards in the last week, but I'm not planning on it. I'm just saying it's a possibility. But 150 per week times 3 weeks, that's 450 retro points to add to our earlier totals. Now, it's time to go back to this daily bonus energy chart and explain what it actually means. So, if on day 1 you buy the coin packs, for 84 energy, use the 15 to start with, and then you get 9 from the ads plus the 23 you're earning over the clock, timing out every day or every hour. That's 131 energy. But because these things take 3 and for those, and then 5 for the bonus match, even though you're earning 131 energy, you can only use 130 of it because of the numbers. That means day 1's going to be a 25 bonus. On day 2, let's just go to the math. I'll show you the numbers as we can get this running. Let's see. There it is. So on day 2, you got 24 for the reset plus 9 for the ads. That's 164 energy. But again, you can only use 162 of it, but you've now bumped over to the 50 bonus. That is if and only if you time it exactly right, because your 20 from day 2 plus the 130 from day 1 gets you to 150. But that is only if you stay right to the letter and you play everything and you keep it on point just to get that 162 in. You're going to be 2 hours away from reset playing your last skill game just to get it in. So just pay attention. And you guys, are you seeing how this is working? The math that is involved. You're going to go over to 100 on day 7. When you finally hit 329, but you're only using 327. Then day 8, it's more coin packs. Then let's go. You are on. Okay, so there's a bad day. Day 10. 512. You use all 512 of them. And at 477 the day before, your first 20 on that new day's reset takes you to 497. That is 3 short of the tier 4 bonus, which is going to suck on day 10. But day 11, you get it. So from day 11 all the way through day 21, it's a 200 bonus every day. So add that all up, and it's a grand total of 2,875 retro points. Now let's go back to our previous numbers. 2,880 if you're only playing skill games and the bonus matches. And as high as 3,590 if you're playing player versus player, you're doing the 25, 25, 50%, and you skip all the bonuses. So that's your range. If we add in the 450 from the memory path and the 2875 from the daily bonus, you end up somewhere between 6,200 and 7,000. Let's just say we'll round it around a little bit because versus matches are going to be a little bit there. So it's 6,205 to 6,915. That's your swing. So now if we go back to the retro room, let's see what player is possible. So if you go all the way to the end for that choose one reward thing in reward 24, that takes you 5,250 to get it all the way down. The sub pass start at 580, gets you the 91 goalkeeper. But they go all the way up to 6,000 to grab one of the 104s, because you have 1,000 plus 3 and then 3,000 for the player. So 6,000 for left mid Ribery. To get Ribery, it takes 10,650 retro points. If you're, let's say you're on the high end with 6,915, like we just said, that puts you 37.35 short. Now, if 2,500 gets you 200 retro points, 2,500 gems get you 200 retro points, that means Ribery is going to cost you 19 gem packs or 47,500. That's out of reach for almost everyone free to play right now because everyone blew their gems back at Team of the Season so far. But if you're not spending gems at all, you can easily make your way to Rooney, 102 center mid, which he's only 4,700 retro points. And you'd still have enough to get close to a 96 if you're playing player versus player with no bonus. Those are if players are your focus. Son. Okay, so if it's 47,500, is that what we said for Ribery? Son's 40,000 gems, best case scenario. Personally, I'm not worried about any players. I mean, my 7,000-ish retro points playing versus is going to take me all the way to the 1,750 bonus at the very end right here, which is also going to grab me all these shards and bonus. There's rare here, plus 400 arcade tokens. I've already told you how important it is to spend the arcade. Then I'll probably go back and just grab boost at the second node of all these sub pass until I'm out. There's still opportunities for EA to come in and increase what we're getting. Don't discount that. They've done it on a lot of these events. They'll release something in the last week that changes everything, like they did in Treasure Hunt, where they added the other path, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's a whole bunch of extra stuff we didn't even know about, which made a lot of those players that we thought were just out of reach in reach. Is that right? Yeah, stuff that was out of reach is now within your grasp. That's about it. I've broken down everything I can. Rooney is free to play with skill games and bonus matches, but in my opinion, the best option for the event is shards and boost. Boost and shards. Did you hear that? Boost and shards with a heavy dose of the arcade. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed here at YouTube with notifications turned on. Check out the Twitch channel for live streams every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Do not forget FinallyHeSleeps.com and join the FIFA Mobile Discord server. That is where you can talk to all the Twitch streamers, the YouTubers, the whole community, the FIFA Mobile community. Say hi to Stoppy, say hi to Ruben, say hi to myself. The link is right here, discord.finallysleeps.com. We'll get you in. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making videos.